Learn basic English. Greeting. Okay, let's pray together. Rabbi zidni ilman warzuqni fahman waj'alni minas sholihin.
Assalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, how is it going? I'm Farah Syoraya. Nice to meet you. In this series, we are going to learn some easy ways to ask and answer common questions in English. Lesson 1. How are you? In this lesson, you are going to learn new, more common ways to ask and answer the questions, how are you? In English. You have probably learned how are you and I'm fine in textbooks before. Then, if someone says, how are you? You can say, I'm fine, I'm fine. Here are some other ways to answer, pretty good. This means about the same things as I'm fine, pretty good. We also have not bad. You can use this if you are feeling just okay or so-so, not bad. Let's look at our question again. How are you? This is the most well-known way of asking how someone is. You could use it when you want to be polite. But now, let's look at some different ways to ask how someone is. These ways are more casual and much more common. First, hey, how is it going? Hey, how is it going? You can answer this in many ways. If you are feeling good, you can say good, good, pretty good, pretty good, not bad, not bad. Once more, good, pretty good, not bad. If you are not feeling good, you can say not so good, not so good, not great, or not so well, not so well. Lesson 2. What is your name? In this lesson, you are going to learn some new ways to ask someone, what is your name? Including one that you can use when you have forgotten someone's name. Now, what is your name? Was probably one of the first questions you learn when you start studying English. In English, just like in other languages, it's often more polite to be a little indirect. Of course, the easiest way to avoid asking the question directly is to not ask at all. Just introduce yourself, and most people will respond by doing the same. When introducing yourself, simple is nearly always best. Just say, hi, I am Farah. To show that you want to know the other person's name, just add and you at the end. Hi, I am Farah. And you? Hi, I am Farah. And you? Okay, now let's talk about an embarrassing situation that happens to everybody. You have already met the person once before, but you have forgotten their name. The most polite thing to do in this situation is to apologize and ask again. There's a simple way to do this that's also polite. I'm sorry. What was your name again? I'm sorry. What was your name again? The sentence is very similar to what's your name? But it has 3 important differences. First, we say I'm sorry. A small apology can go a long way. After that, we say what was your name? This is just like what is your name? but instead of is, we use the past tense was. This is really important, as it tells the other person that you remember meeting them. You haven't forgotten him or her, you have just forgotten the name. I'm sorry, what was your name? After we add again, in this sentence, I'm sorry, what was your name again? This is another hint that tells the other person that you remember learning his or her name before, but you just can't recall it right now. I'm sorry, what was your name again? This phrase is appropriate for both formal and informal situations. Lesson 3. Where are you from? In this lesson, you are going to learn some different ways people will ask you, where are you from? First, talk, where are you from? Can mean many things. It can mean, what city are you from? Or, what state are you from? If you want to answer these questions, there are two ways to do it. You can say, I am plus your city. Example, I'm Javanese, I'm Padang, or I'm Medan. Second, I am from blah 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 plus the city you are from. Example, I'm from Bengkulu, I'm from Palembang, I'm from Makassar, and etc. If you are from a really famous city or place, you can say that too. Lesson 4. Where do you live? In this lesson, you're going to learn how to ask and say where you live. Usually, someone will ask you where you live as a polite question after they have asked you your home, where you from, and what you do for a living. They will say, so where do you live? This is inviting you to keep making conversation. There are lots of ways you could answer this question, but here are some of the most common. You could say, do you know blah blah blah, and then the name of the area you live in. Example, do you know Edova Gardenia? Or you could mention a local landmark, like near the market, near the hospital. You could also answer by telling the person what transportation line you live on, or what station is the nearest to your house. So, as you can see, there are lots of possible ways to answer the question, where do you live? When you have told them, the other person might respond in one of the following says, oh yeah, I know it, I live near there. Or maybe, I'm afraid I don't know it. The other person is just being polite by showing interest. So you can reply by saying something like, oh, really? Since the other person is asking you this question to be polite, a good way to continue the conversation is to ask them the same question in return. You can just say, how about you? Or where do you live? Put some stress on the you. Where do you live? Okay, thank you. Wassalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.